Hi everyone, Dr. Erik Vilen with Intuition Health. DEXA scan is a great way to be able to take a look under the hood, so to speak, as to what's going on in your body. And I have my results right here. I think a DEXA scan is a great way to be able to assess where you're at in a point in time, develop a strategy for making positive lifestyle changes, whether that's diet, exercise, improving your sleep, improving your stress, and then measuring it and seeing if what you're doing is actually working. So my scan, I thought I was probably around 18 to 18.5% body fat. My shows that it's 17.5. Like, I'm really happy with that. Could I go down to 14 or 15? Yeah, but honestly, that's not really a goal of mine, and I don't know that my health is going to be markedly improved by that. My visceral adipose tissue is 80. It's less than 100. The studies show pretty clearly that when your visceral adipose area gets over 100, that you are at risk of all the bad things. And as it goes up, that risk increases. So one of the important metrics that I keep an eye on for myself and for all of our patients is making sure that that visceral adipose tissue area is less than 100 square centimeters. And there's some genetic differences between men and women. Men tend to carry their adipose tissue in their abdomen. So we do see men who are relatively lean and from the outside look like they're pretty healthy, but their visceral adipose tissue is quite high. And so developing a strategy to address that is something that you don't have the opportunity to do unless you have the information from a DEXA scan that can specifically measure your visceral adipose tissue. We know from a functional standpoint that your appendicular lean mass is really important, and we all have a window of opportunity to be able to build that appendicular lean mass and maintain it. But if you don't know where you're starting from, you don't know how to develop a plan and monitor if it's improving. So my appendicular lean mass is 9.67. Again, I'm happy with that. I'm confident that if I can maintain that for the next 40 years, I'm going to be very functional. One of the things that I talk with patients about is building capacity, whether it's with a VO2 max test or with a DEXA scan, particularly with your lean mass. Life is going to happen to us. We're going to have a car accident. We're going to have a gallbladder out. The dog's going to run out in front of us and we're going to break our leg. We're going to get cancer. I mean, some of these things are just not that preventable, but what we want to make sure we do is we're prepared. And if our appendicular lean mass is high, then we know that if we have to take 2 months, 3 months off training, we're going to lose a bunch of muscle mass. But if we start in a really good place and we've built that capacity, when we come out the other side, we're not super weak. We don't have to go to a nursing home. We don't have to have home care, and we'll recover a lot faster. So as we think about what can I do today to make myself better for when I'm 75, when I'm 85, one of the key things is to build muscle mass. And the best way to measure your progress with that is with the DEXA scan and keeping track of your appendicular lean mass. We have pretty good data that for both men and women, when you're in that pre-frail stage, what is your appendicular lean mass? So my goal for patients is always to build in a huge amount of capacity. So even if you end up in a situation where you cannot exercise, you can't lift, right? You are not in that pre-frail or frail stage when you come out the other side. So I hope this is helpful. I look forward to your questions, comments about what all the information we can get from DEXA scan, how it can improve your overall approach to health and monitoring your health, from anywhere from your early 20s until the day that you die. There's always valuable information and insights that can be obtained from a DEXA scan. I hope you come and see us, or send us questions, because we're here to educate patients that don't have the access to a DEXA scan or a physician that is willing to sit down and take the time with them to address their health concerns and be proactive about building that capacity for today and throughout their life.